Transitioning from field service reports to service documents. We are going to cover this today on Field Service Office Hours. My name is Leigh-Anne Nugent, and we are going to make this short and sweet. You know that I've got my long forms out there, so if you're interested in some long stuff, enjoy. Otherwise, here's a short and sweet one. Service templates. You could before create a version for each object and then put it on the related list for your records. No different. Now we need to add it on the service appointment too. So I'm going to duplicate this tab. There is a bug right now where you can only run it from a service appointment or make the service appointment the default. You can't make the work order a default. So we're going to show that today. But in the meantime, let's show you how to set up service documents. So we do need to set the page layout for the service appointment. Service report. Okay, put this up here. And then we need to add the create service document, and click. On the work order, I think I need to have, no, I've got both of them here, service document and service report. I guess for kicks, I'll just add the service report here as well. Click save. Okay. Then we have to do a couple of other things. In field service settings, we have to validate. I always do this. That two boxes are ticked. The first one is enable document generation and enable Lightning SDK. Enable document builder and Lightning SDK. Then while we're here, we might as well look at the permission sets and verify that we've got the document builder for mobile. I think it's field service document builder. Right? We have to make sure that this is assigned to your technician. So either add this to your permission set group or just add it to the users that you want. So I've got it to Alan Reed. I'm using Gloria Barnes as my technician that I've got access to. Sign. All right, so now she's there. And then let's go to Documents, Builder. No, not generation. That's different. Okay, document builder is different from document generator. Okay. Now, you do have to create a template. You might not have it. So, but when you create a new template, there are default templates, and it's best to just start with it. You do need one for service appointment, and you need one for work order. So there's a default one that you can use. Just spin this up. It's a perfect place to start. And then the other thing that I do, oh, great, I actually created it. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, let's go here, leave page. The other thing I always like to do is I like to verify that I am in the right template. So, okay, so I'm going to hit save and I'm going to activate it. And this is the default. So we're okay. I'm going to just hit close. Okay. Then I'm going to go to the work order template. And I'm going to do the same thing. I guess it would have been okay if it's explicit. Work order number versus service appointment number. Activation. Okay. This is not the default, so we'll just leave it. Okay. So save. Now, when we launch the mobile app, I think I'm going to need to log out and log back in, but we'll do a couple of things. I'll refresh it and then reset let's just let it load. Okay, it's service report still. Let me clear the cache metadata and see if that's good enough. It might be because I don't know. We'll see. What I did notice is that the sync in progress, when I do enable document builder, it does take a little bit longer to load it. So something tells me it didn't load because it flew through it quickly. So again, we'll just do a double check here. Service report. Okay. Let's do a log out and log in. Okay. This is gb2 at tinker.demo. Okay. Okay. That's happened before. That's the second time that's happened to me. No, man. So the hope is that it takes a little bit longer for the sync to be in progress. It does look like it's a little bit slower. Let's just see if it's hanging on the, yes, it's hanging on the service reports. So, I mean, good thing. It is what it is. The service reports will just take a little bit longer. The, the documents themselves, they're really pretty. So I can understand why they're a little bit longer. So, I mean, again, it is what it is. Come on, baby. There you go. All right. Now, when I launch this, it should say create service document. Okay. So when I look in here, the default is service appointment, and I have the ability to choose the work order. So hit save. Brilliant. Okay. So now the question is, how do I get it to default to be the work order? So my thought was that I would be able to go here and activate this one and assign this as the default service report or service document. Let's be explicit. I'm going to save it. I'm going to go to the service appointment and I'm going to activate it and remove it as the default. And then I'm going to flip back to the work order to validate that it is the default. I guess it's okay. Okay. So close. So I kind of was thinking maybe it's related and I got to get the ID, but I don't think that's what it is. Okay. So now let's go back to our org. And again, this might be a log out, log in situation. So I am going to just start with the clearing of the metadata. So it does also reset all of the perms, but again, I might have to log out and log in. So we'll just validate. I did not experience this last time. Oh, yes, I did. If you're too fast, and it hasn't pulled down the service reports yet, you're not going to be able to load them. I mean, obviously, but that the second time I did that today. Okay, see, service appointment. It's always the first. I guess so. I'll just might as well log out. And let it run. So let's just double check. Right. So setting the service document template. Okay, here, activating. So one active default template per object. So it's not like I can choose a default template work order or service appointment. It just might always just default to service appointment as the first. Okay, so the service document ID is OMO. Got you. So this is the work order. So I guess the question is, do we, where's the details? They all the way down there. Service document template. Like, do I need to set this every single time? Right? So before I do that, so setting it as default doesn't work. Now let's just double check the details page to see if that field got populated. It did. Okay, so let's just pull it down to refresh it. It doesn't work. So is there something we're missing here? Like, how can we control the the template version that we're using? It seems to always prefer the service appointment, even though it's not defined as the default. But now that I'm seeing the help article, I guess it's the default for that object. And then I've got the default template field set on that work order, and it's not looking at that or referring to that. Maybe, okay, we'll try one more thing. I don't think the document builder has a field on this. Oh, it does. Okay. So hold on. Let's just do this. And yeah, right. So it's not, it wouldn't, it wouldn't work, I don't think, because it's not the right object, I'm guessing. But I find that's interesting. So maybe I'm not correct in my understanding of the way that the service documents run. And then just one last little thing that I don't know if it's a big deal or not, but if you delete a service appointment template, it won't run. So you must have a service appointment template, even though you might not use it. So it's a bit confusing. However, I don't know if we care, because I guess the cool thing is that I can grab whatever I want from the service appointment template now. So like all of the related stuff that I would normally get on the work order. However, yeah, we might just want to default to the work order. So we do that. I don't know if that's a bug or not. Okay, so now that we know how that all works, let's just run the rest of the document builder out. So now that you've got it built, we can select the templates. We can add a signature and enter the name. Use my name as my signature. Oh, neat. Or you can draw it. That's neat. And then the other option that they have here is cannot collect a signature. So you can save that and generate it. So that's a pretty cool thing that we have now. So what happens is when you generate it, it'll take a minute to generate, and then you'll get a notification when it's complete. So I like this experience. You have to be online still, so that doesn't change. And then let's just look through some of the document elements that we have available to us on the service appointment. For example, like the fact that I can still grab related work order line items from the work order. So like it's coming from the work order parent. That's really cool. The other cool thing is you can show images. But it would have to be related to the service appointment. Okay. So because this is a service appointment template, any photo that you attach to the service appointment will appear here. So if you have images that you store on the work order or the work order line item, then you would need to generate the work order line item template in order to pull the images in. Okay. So definitely something to consider when you're building your documents. Okay. Yeah. See, I don't think you can. Let's take a look and see image gallery. See, yeah, you can't. It's got to be of that object. So that's the challenge. That's to me where we hit the wall is whatever object you're on, it's only going to show those images. So for customers who take images at the parent level, you'd have to make sure you run the report at the parent level. Okay, not the end of the world. At least we know. So now let's go to the work order. Yeah, confirmed. I don't need his. So the work order template, you just have to flip over. We would get this, but I don't have a work order line item template, right? So I have a collection of work orders, and the work order is the one that has the photo. So something we'd have to consider, and I know that some customers want to show the photos in line. So like an embedded for every single work order, show me the photos. And then the next line item, the photos. So we're not going to able to deliver something like that. And again, okay. So somebody must have created a package here that includes these things. And which is cool that they created a custom component to show that I did this. I don't know how to create that. So you'll need a developer to create a Lightning Web component, which is awesome that we can do that. However, I don't really know how to make that happen. So if there was something that was wrong, or I think I have to clear the cached metadata too. So I want to run the report at the work order level and let's see what happens. Okay, so much for succinct, but making the adjustments to the service appointment template, honestly, just tinker with it and build. There's nothing more else to do than to just trial and error and figure it out. the clearing of the caching, the clearing of the metadata could slow you down a little bit. But once you have the templates saved, and if you're making an edit, I don't think you need to reboot, log out and log in, but we're about to find out right now. Oh my God, I'm still loading. Oh, I'm not? Okay. Okay, so select my template. Yeah. Yeah, it won't show the photos of the child. And it's not even showing the component itself. So I'm not entirely sure what that component's really supposed to do. So something for your developer to look at and what you find, because I would love to see something fancy like that, like really fancy. So now the customer's on site, save, generate. I don't think we had that much of an issue like with the double save, but yeah, now we're on version 2. And then on the related list, you'll see the files created. Right, so there's the first one. All right, so that's it. Service documents generated. They look really nice. With some photos, you'd have to play with the why I'm not seeing the photo, but those are all things that we can tinker with. All right, see ya.